Welcome to Sam Outside. I'm Sam and I'm outside, inviting you to do yourself a favor, and that's go outside. Yeah, go outside and, well, play in the snow. Yeah, winter is an amazing time to get outside, and there are so many benefits to experiencing cold weather. Just walking in the snow is an entirely different exercise. So I'm out here with my four-legged friend, Mr. Indiana Bones, and I'm going to make my way toward Heart Lake through the top of this ridge, mostly maples, dappled with green ash, American beech, the odd black cherry. There's even a few hawthorn, otherwise known as ironwood, but predominantly maple. All right. So as I head down toward this little kettle lake, it's not very big, I'll start to find more than nature that heals. All right. Time in nature is amazing. Walking in nature, so many benefits just walking as an exercise, but it's different walking in nature, and it's very different walking in snow. Just the act of walking on snow alone is engaging entirely new muscle groups. All the stabilizer muscles in my feet, my ankles, my hips, my core. All right, balance is shifting a little more. The footing's just a little more unstable. But the act of breathing in the cold air is, while performing a little bit of exercise, just adds a little bit more of a boost. Now, the colder air, especially at this time of year when, the humidity really changes, the colder weather being a little bit different, less humidity, than, well, still cold, but relative, right? The humidity associated with warm fronts and falling snow. Regardless, the colder weather does have a boost to your immunity. So that's why I'm encouraging you to go outside. Just breathing in the cold air, exercise outside, is increasing the production of white blood cells. All right, and we need that boost in our immune system. And I get a chance to come outside first thing in the morning and later on in the evening. And at this time of year, late afternoon actually means sunset. All right, so I'm getting access to different wavelengths. Now, I've taken short ventures on the ice at Heart Lake, just along the shore. I know how deep the water is, and I am aware that the thinnest ice is, in fact, on this shoreline, where this side of the lake is exposed to the afternoon sun. And I've been watching for signs of wildlife, and I usually take a little bit of a cue from them. All right, I'll see fox out there. And then when I start to see larger animals, maybe deer, and then when I get a chance to see him feel a little more comfortable, that's when I'll take, I've had a couple tests. I go to the end of the dock and I'll stand and I'll walk close to the shore. And I know that if I can get on the ice safely here, where the radiant heat hits that shoreline and gives more cause for thinner ice, then I know the further I go out, especially against the far shore, it's going to be a little more safe. So good quality ice for walking, something that's new. And again, ice safety is a lot about surface tension, but just to be safe, for my part of the world anyway, the Ministry of Transportation that governs, not just roads and highways, but also navigable waterways, they're recommending that 4 to 6 inches of good quality ice is safe for human travel. And again, you do have to know the ice quality. You've got to know a little bit of the ice history, and you do have to test it. So don't just, cut through or drill a hole in one spot. You want to explore a couple different spots. I know for this lake in particular, there's a couple spots where there are freshwater wells that come up. It's spring fed. So there are opportunities for thinner ice. And if I am walking with someone else, I'm not going to walk side by side. I want a little bit of that weight to be dispersed, right? And I don't want to stand, especially when it's newer ice, I don't want to stand in one spot, all right? So I'm going to keep moving. That transfers my weight. So I'm not going to venture out. I know there are some pressure cracks still because we've got -10, -15, -20 temperatures at night. It's -5 to -10, -15 during the day. So the ice is still forming. And as the ice gets thicker, the vessel that contains that ice isn't getting any bigger. So the thicker the ice gets, it gets resistance against the rocky shoreline, and it creates pressure cracks, which, makes the ice a little inconsistent here and there, and I can hear it cracking in places under my feet. And that's not the crack of the ice going all the way through. That's just surface cracks. So it's been a long time. It's been literally, 8 months since I was out on the lake last, and I miss it. And for Mr. Indiana Bones there, this is our biggest playing field, and I can access so much more of the forest and the other bodies of water when I have the freedom and the time to venture across the ice. And I get to see him just open up. He loves to run, but he loves to explore. So it's a new world for us when we get to explore frozen bodies of water, and when we know it's safe to do so. Now, once we get into small recreational vehicles like ATVs, snowmobiles, we're going to want 8 to 10 inches of good quality ice. Yeah, and then in my part of the world, people do consider taking vehicles. So a small vehicle, small car, for example, they're going to want, that 12 inches of good ice. And then if people are going to, want to bring out, a full-size truck, right? They're going to drive their Ford F-150 out on the ice. Yeah, you're going to want 14, 16 more inches of good quality ice. All right, so ice fishing season doesn't really start for us, my part of the world, until the new year, but the ice is in and people are getting ready. So yeah, you'll learn and practice ice safety. I've been doing it my whole life, and yeah, I made some bad decisions, but I've also had to rescue a number of people who've gone through the ice, and I've received some training myself about ice safety and ice rescue. So it's part of what I do. It's part of what I practice. So, but now that the ice is out and it's getting more and more safe every day. All right. Even when it's going to be -2, -3 degrees, still making ice, especially now that it's got a strong foundation. So I'll share more adventures across Heart Lake in the days to come. Thank you so much for watching. Be safe, go outside, especially in winter. It's a game changer. I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye-bye. What a beautiful sight. Look at that.